Welcome back, cheesy minions. This is the Killer Nacho again, and we have a battle here against Mattylishus. I guess Mattylishus as it's supposed to be pronounced. And yeah, this is another battle from my last Twitch live stream. And yeah, there's the teams. He's gonna bring Snorlax, an interesting choice in OU. I'm gonna give Mega Metacham a shot. Mega Metacham's Pokemon I never really actually was able to use properly. Every time I tried to use it, it always kind of got murdered. Someone's gonna go ahead and lead with it here. He's going to go ahead and lead with Tapu Koko, so that's actually fine. Obviously, I do have Fake Out on this guy, so I'm just going to go for it. If he wants to switch out, that's fine. I'll get decent damage on anything he has. And if he doesn't, which he does not, I'm going to get decent damage here with a Fake Out, which obviously, with Pure Power and my Mega Boosted stats, is going to do some nice damage here to the Tapu Koko. Actually, not as much as I expected, but whatever. Time to switch out. And I'm just going to go ahead and Tangrowth, and I figure he's probably going to go for an electric move. But no, he goes for the super effective Brave Bird, and that caught me off guard. I was not expecting Brave Bird. Physical Tapu Kokos, they come and go. I mean, Tapu Koko has just as much physical attack as it has special attack. It's the moveset that kind of sets it apart, but one of the highlights of its physical moveset is Brave Bird. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out in a Garchomp, figuring, I do have rough skin, so it might get some recoil damage if he goes for it again. He ends up going for the Wild Charge, which is excellent. And I end up going for the Iron Head, and this is actually not the Garchomp I think I meant to bring. This is like a, I don't even remember what set this is. Wait, I think this might be a Swords Dance set. I don't remember, but it's supposed to be like the normal Bulk Chomp, but ended up working out for me there. But he's going to go ahead and die to his recoil, which is nice. And then comes Mew, a Pokemon I've been seeing a lot of recently. It took the rise to OU here in Gen 7. I'm just going to go for the Outrage now, as he goes for a Nasty Plot, so there's some greed going there. He thought I would switch out, obviously. But no, I'm just going to go for that Outrage, and that's going to get the 2-hit KO there on the Mew, so get that guy out of the way. Unfortunately, I am confused now, but he's going to be able to go into Snorlax. I'm not really sure what to expect from this Lax. I do have to switch out because, the paralysis. I go into my Blazefalon, thinking, okay, maybe he'll go for a Stab normal move. But he ends up catching me here with the Earthquake, and that will absolutely murder my Blazefalon, so much for that. And, yeah, Blazefalon goes down, this ridiculous popsicle. I have no idea what this thing is, but, that's like most Ultra Beasts. Anyway, so in comes my Mega Metacham again. I go for the Psycho Cut because I'm predicting a switch here into Crowbound. I did not think he would want to stay in and take a physical fighting move with Snorlax. So that actually caught me super off guard, and he's able to get an Earthquake, which I found out later to be a Choice Band Snorlax, so it nearly kills my Metacham. I'm going to be able to get the 2-hit KO there off, but him not switching definitely caught me off guard. So when it comes to Superior, I know that I really don't have, if I go into something, it's pretty much going to die in 2 hits. So I decided to end up just to sack my Metacham and go for the Bullet Punch. Ironically, this is probably this is probably one of my better uses of Mega Metacham here. But whatever, I'm going to go to my Mimikyu. My Mimikyu obviously can survive at least 1 hit, even at +2, because it has its little disguise thing. And here I'm just going to go ahead and snuggle with him, because I really need to kill this Superior. I don't see a Life Orb, so it's not like he's going to, murder himself. I don't really have the opportunity to go for the Life Orb, the Swords Dance, because I am, obviously, I wouldn't survive another hit, and I'm slower. So I just have to kill this guy, and it's going to go ahead and snuggle forever with this Superior, because that's cute, and I just want to cuddle with it. And yes, come to me, sweet Superior. Go ahead and, oh god, what am I doing to it? Yeah, just thumbs up, and that's a dead Superior, and it's going to toss it out like garbage. Goodbye, Superior. So in comes Crobat, and I'm like, okay, can this guy one-shot me? He probably can. Let's go for the Shadow Snake. I think it's actually a mistake. I don't think it might have been able to. But he ends up being like Special Crobat, which you don't see a whole lot unless it's Nasty Plot, which it probably is. That Air Slash isn't actually going to do that much. And in comes a Nasty Plot now, as I decide to go for the Swords Dance, thinking, oh, this is a Special Crobat. That can't hit as hard. Being able to touch that Air Slash did, I should, be able to get up a Swords Dance. But now that he's got a Nasty Plot up, it's like, oh, he can definitely kill me with an Air Slash. I better just go for a Shadow Snake, hoping to kill this thing. I probably misplayed my Mimikyu a little bit. He ends up going for the Heat Wave, which was definitely a mistake for him. I guess he figured he had +2, and I might switch or something, but no, I definitely should have went for the Air Slash, which was stabbed. He didn't want to miss either. I guess, I think Heat Wave has perfect accuracy. Air Slash does not, so And I'm actually going to get max damage of the Shadow Snake to kill. So that's awesome. And his last Pokemon is Greninja. And I'm going to get as much damage here as I can with +2 Shadow Snake. Obviously, it is resisted because he is still a Dark type. Protein's going to transform him into an Ice type. And I'm not entirely sure what the set is. But I see... Okay, now I am. I see the Life Orb. I'm just going to my Tapu Fini, my last Pokemon. Unless he has Gunk Shot, I know that he has really nothing to do to me. So, yeah, I think I just go for a Moonblast, hoping that he doesn't, and instead he's just going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. He's not Mixed Greninja, he's not at the Gunk Shot, so, yeah, he's just hoping to flinch me to death, although I think even if he flinches me, like, every turn, he's still going to die to the Life Orb before he kills me. So, yeah, good game there, Mattylishus. Thanks for the match, and, it was a pleasure. So, yeah, let's go into today's question of the day, which is going to be... What is your favorite gaming console of all time? As for me, most people know that I'm a PC gamer, but strictly speaking, PCs are not a, gaming console. I'm going to go ahead and say, well, let's name a couple things. When I was a kid, I absolutely loved the Sega Genesis. I love the old Sonic games. So that's definitely not an honorable mention. I love the Super Nintendo, and I owned a PlayStation 2 when I was, kind of a high schooler, and I played that all the time. Threads of Fate. I know it's kind of like an uncommon game, but I also played a lot of the old Final Fantasy games, even though they were actually for obviously the SNES. Chrono Trigger. I played those games actually first on the PlayStation 2. And of course, Final Fantasy Tactics from the games I really liked. But I'm gonna go ahead and say my favorite console is gonna be the Game Boy. The original Game Boy, because how much hours I put into like Pokemon Red when I was a kid. As far as, consoles go, I've always been more of a handheld gamer. I got my PC for, like, heavy-duty games. Yeah, everything else I kind of always did on the handheld. And, yeah, the Game Boy is probably the console I've sunk the most hours into, as well as have some of the most fond memories of with, the kids in the neighborhood and, trading and battling in Pokemon Red and Blue. None of us knew what, IVs were, EVs were. Kind of abused, the Masingo glitch. But it was just a lot of fun, really. But yeah, leave a comment about that and see you guys again next time. Later.